Welcome back, all you Radio Land listeners out there. Here we've got the law of cosines. And it's for side, 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 and side angle, side only. If we could do a triangle like this with the law of sines, we would. The reason we have the law of cosines is because we can't. So here's one of the formulas. And notice I have three sides here. I just need to find the three angles. So to do it, this can be a calculator issue at times. So we're going to use the equation solver and just go put this in. So we want to go to Math, Numeric Solver. There it is right there. So hit Enter. And these new calculators have two spaces. So you can put c squared in that one. And down here you can put a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine. And now we got to make an adjustment because we've already used c. So the calculator cannot differentiate between capital C, which is an angle, and lowercase c, which is a side. So I always just use x. And then when you get it in there, it'll look like this. And then you just hit Enter. And notice you've got the three sides and you've got the angle. So you can just put the three sides in there. Any order, it doesn't matter. And then go to the angle and solve. But think about this. We just had C as 10. And we changed capital C to X. We changed this to an X. So this time I'm finding the angle across from whatever is in C. And then just hit alpha enter. Look right down here. You've got solve in green. So you just hit alpha enter and it'll find that angle for you. Now in my class, I don't let them round. So this angle is 36,018,5,419,2,643 degrees. Okay? Because X is always across from C. Well, guess what? I got two more angles to find. So if I move to this angle up here, then now I want 17 to be C. So I'm just going to have to sort of change some of these around. I want to go up here to C and make it 17. And I want to go down here and change B to 10. So I just let C swap up to here. And then when I go there and do alpha enter, I'm going to find the next angle. 88. This angle up here, 567, 456, 2433 degrees. And now I've got, all you got to do is change X and C every time. Now I need this angle. So now I want that one to be C, and this is going to be angle X over here. So 14 hasn't been C yet. Okay, so let's put 14 there. Let's put 17 there. As long as these other two sides are 17 and 10, it doesn't matter which one is which. Then you go down here, alpha enter, there's that other angle. 55, 4136, 89, 5, 4, 4, 9, 2, 3 degrees. And we're done. So there's a side, side, side one. The other kind of problem you'll hit is side, angle, side. And these are a little different because they may give you something like this. They may give you that. and tell you to solve the triangle. So think about it, this angle is going to be X, and this side over here is going to be C. So when you go over here to your calculator, we just want to change all these to 0. Now if you clear it and then try to move, the cursor is not going to move. So there's got to be a number there. Okay? So I'm going to solve for C, so I want these sides to be 7 and 12, and the angle is 32. And then just get your cursor up here to C and do alpha enter. There's that third side. So just write the third side down. 10, 8, 2, 9, 9, 3, 6, 3, 8, 2, 2, 6. That's not degrees because this is a side. Okay? And then think about it. Now this is a little tricky right here. But notice I've already got this side found and I don't ever want to have to retype it. So if I let this side be C and I'm going for this angle over here, X. Okay, so before I change C to 7, which was this side, I want to come down here and just put C in. And then notice it's just going to move the number for me, and then I do 7 right there, come down here to X and do alpha enter for the angle. Okay, and once you move that, we'll leave it alone for the next one. So here's X. This angle out here is 31, 4, 5, 6, 1, 3, 3, 2, 8, 7, 9, 0, 5. Like so. And now, I mean, you need to always write these lightly where you can just switch them around, because now this is going to be X and this one's going to be C. So now I want C to be 12. That's this side. And I'm going to leave that one alone. And I want this one to be 7. And I'm going to go to the angle and do alpha enter. This one will be obtuse, 116. This one is 116, 5, 4, 3, 8, 6, 6, 7, 12, 03. And now I've got the angle solved. Okay. Now there's a couple of cool things about this. Like one of them is, if you're over here on the blank screen and you type in A, it's going to go get the last A from the other screen. If you type in B, if you type in C, if you type in X, it's going to go pull all these numbers off of equation solver because, or numeric solver, because they're still loaded in its memory. So you can use them over here anytime you want, if you want. Now the other thing that's the case is the old calculator. So let's look at the old calculator, because some students will have, you may have this one. And notice on equation solver, there's not 2 fields. On this one, there's 2 fields. Okay? On this one, there's not. So in this one, you got to get everything on the same side. So think about this. You could just call that one 0. And then come down here on this one and just subtract C squared. Uh-oh. What happened? Okay. I hit a wrong button, obviously. Come down here on this one. Oh, I did second. And do C squared. So if your calculator starts with a 0, think about it. Just take c squared and subtract it from both sides, and you'll get the 0 equals. And then it solves the same way. Down here, it'll solve it exactly the same way. Nothing will change down here. You just got to switch X and C around when you do this. The only thing that'll short circuit you is please make sure that your calculator is in degrees, not radians. Because right there on radians, I mean, this really monkeys, this will monkey with all of these numbers. So look at this. If I go down here and solve for X, which is alpha enter, I got a different number. Well, I shouldn't have, because it switched to radians. Okay? So you want to make sure you're on degrees. Good morning. It switched back. Okay, so there you go. Coach, that's 10 minutes. That ought to do it. That's too long, and we'll be back.